Hi, my name's Louise Wagstaffe. I'm Chef Director at Delicious by Design. So this recipe is a recipe that was inspired to support a project that I did for Celiac UK. So Celiac UK are a charity that support people to live well gluten-free. Most of the recipes that we develop are for people with celiac disease. So if you are on a gluten-free diet, you very rarely eat out, and if you do, it's a challenge, especially for things like street food, where they wouldn't be confident that their dishes are allergen-free. So obviously you could have no wheat, rye or barley. So this is a collection of recipes we did for that project to enable people to cook street food recipes at home and making them completely gluten-free and fun to eat as a family. So when we look at the ingredients, obviously we've done some fresh vegetables. It's a nice healthy recipe for you, full of a nice onion salad. But I'd really like just to tell you it's really important about getting the flours right. So we've used a gram flour, which is obviously chickpea flour, but you must make sure that it is gluten-free, because although chickpeas are naturally gluten-free, quite often the way they're processed and milled means that it may contain gluten, which obviously would make someone poorly. And the plain flour as well is a gluten-free flour, so there's no gluten in the dish, and that is really important when you're producing any recipe for someone with celiac disease or looking for a gluten-free option, that you really do check all the ingredients, all the allergens, not only making sure it hasn't got it in bold in the ingredients, but also isn't on there as a may contain. 16, then I went to catering college. I went to Birmingham College of Food. Really enjoyed my time there, did exceptionally well, got Student of the Year, which I was very proud of and still am today. After leaving college, I went to work out into the industry and I worked in some places in and around Birmingham, and then I progressed into food manufacturing and development, and while in that role I worked with people like Marco Pierre White. I worked on a campaign for him for 6 years on TV and recipe work, which was a great accolade and something I enjoyed, and I've also done projects for other chefs, but some of them we're not allowed to discuss. So first we're going to make the filling for our Indian dosa. So we're going to chop our sweet potatoes. So I've washed and scrubbed my sweet potato, and now we're going to slice and dice into 1 centimetre chunks. Once that's done and prepared, we now pop it in the steamer and we steam that for 10 minutes. You're looking for a sweet potato that is nice and soft. While your potato's steaming, we're now going to get on with the rest of the filling. So we're going to chop the onion, nice fine dice here. Then we're going to chop our chilli, and then we're going to prepare the ginger. So we've peeled the ginger and again we chop that. Now the onion and the spices are ready. We're going to heat some oil in the frying pan. Once that comes up to temperature, add the onions and start to soften those for 3 to 4 minutes. Not adding much colour, but just to get those aromas going and the moisture out of there, so you get a really nice sweetness coming through from your onion. So for the spices, we have turmeric, cumin and mustard seeds. They're going to go in there now with the onions, and we're going to fry those, and you'll be able to smell the aromas coming through of those spices and the chilli and the ginger coming through. Now there's some chilli flakes here as an option as well, so if you want to add the chilli flakes, please feel free to do so. But the fresh chilli and the chilli flakes is obviously optional, however much you put in, so do not put in more than we've quoted in the recipe. Once that's all nice and cooked and you'll really be able to smell those spices coming through, we're just going to add the sweet potatoes that are now nice and soft back to the pan, and we're just going to fry those gently for a few minutes, just so they're coating the spice and the herbs and they start to crisp around the edges. Okay, so next we're going to make our pancake. So this is our gluten-free flour, our gram flour, and like I said earlier, make sure your gram flour is gluten-free. We're also going to add some bicarb in there as well, just to give your pancake a slight lift. We're going to add some mustard seeds and some cumin for flavour, and then we're going to add water to make a nice smooth batter. So literally all the dry ingredients into a bowl, and then gently pour your water in, whisking away till you get a nice smooth batter. You're looking for the consistency of double cream. So now we're going to cut the pancake. So we heat our oil in the pan, get it nice and hot, and then because we're making 2 pancakes here, put half of your batter into the pan and swirl it around to get a covering on the bottom of your pan. We're going to leave it for a couple of minutes just so it nicely crisps at the bottom and goes brown, and you'll see it to start to bubble. At this stage you want to flip it or toss it over, so you're trying to turn the pancake completely over to brown the other side, and this literally is just 2 minutes each side, and then your pancake is beautifully cooked to be filled with the filling. You need to reheat your filling if it's not hot. So please get your filling nice and hot, pop it in your pancake, and then you can serve it with mango chutney, onion salad and mint yogurt. For me, I believe everybody has the right to great food. It doesn't matter what your diet is, any nutritional needs you have. So what I love to do is work on projects and support people to get better food for everybody. That's why I'm really proud of all the work that I do with Celiac UK, because I think we're actually making a massive difference for people's lives, and food is no longer a barrier for them to entertain and to eat out. And I think for me, I'd really like chefs to be able to offer more great gluten-free food when people are eating out. One final thing, so you probably won't be the first guys to be cooking this recipe, because it was actually published in the summer this year for all the members of Celiac UK, and we've made this recipe as part of their summer collection. So you've got your recipe card, and today it's the Indian dosa recipe from my gluten-free collection. I hope you really enjoy the recipe, and I will hopefully be in to see you all soon.